Good morning. My name is Dick Huebner, and for 31 years I've run the Houston Minority Supplier Development Council. The council was actually founded during the Nixon administration. While the American economy was growing, so too was the economic decay in minority communities, resulting in rampantly growing costs of welfare, taxes, and crime. President Nixon summoned top industrial leaders throughout the nation to the White House to help solve the problem. And their answer? Capitalism. Fueling the growth of minority-owned businesses with corporate expenditures so that as those businesses grew, they would create jobs, economic self-sufficiency, a broader tax base for the community, lower tax rates for all, and increased purchasing power for other goods and services. In essence, creating an economic engine that fueled the development of those communities, cities, state, and nation. 2 years ago, the Houston Minority Supplier Development Council contracted with the Institute for Thought Diversity to assess the economic impact that its certified MBEs have on Houston. The study found that there are 677 HMSDC MBEs have a total economic impact of $22.8 billion, which is comprised of $17.1 billion of output, creating more than 67,000 jobs, contributing to the economic well-being of their families and their communities through more than $4.2 billion in salaries and benefits, and generating over $1.4 billion in local, state, and federal taxes. The small investment in an MBE program is paid back many times over. It is an investment we can't afford not to make. The report goes on to state, with the rapidly changing demographics, the minority business sector is arguably the fastest growing segment of small business. Therefore, it stands to reason that ensuring the success of minority businesses will have significant positive effects on both the United States economy in general and the Houston, Texas economy in particular. The choice is clear. It's time for Harris County to join the private sector and public agencies at the federal, state, and local levels who have established MWBE programs that target the development of economically impoverished communities in such a way that it improves our county quality of life, broadens our tax base, and ultimately ensures low tax rates for all Harris County residents. First steps in that direction would be, one, to establish a robust small business program immediately. Secondly, to piggyback off the City of Houston's or the State of Texas's ongoing disparity study to ascertain whether or not a more targeted MWBE program would be justified. It would be my delight to work with you to establish Harris County as the new leader in minority, women, and small business development. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Sandra Klund. Thank you for allowing me to speak today, Honorable Judge and Commissioners. I am president of Klund Acoustical Systems. I am a WBE, SBE, DBE, and also Hub certified. I am a national member of Association of Women's in Construction and WCM, Women Contractors Association, amongst a few. I am here on behalf of women in the construction industry and to expand on why it's very important that Harris County completes a disparity study and builds a diversity program that includes women-owned businesses. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, by the end of 2020, it is said that more than 50% of the businesses in the U.S. will be minority or female-owned. That's huge progress. But this also means by 2020 that the minority of business will still be white males. Within the construction industry, which is my industry, that means it is 90% male. I am still at a very disadvantaged situation. Diversity programs exist to give minorities and women business owners a shot at the table. I am here as one of these owners who has faced challenges as a woman-owned business and has been directly impacted by diversity programs. By enforcing a minimum participation of minority and women-owned businesses, have forced the general contractors and other companies to expand their circle of business to at least allow MWBE their foot in the door. I have been that company, and by getting the opportunity, and when general contractors were pushed, and I do mean pushed, to seek MWBE, I was given the time of day. Once we received the chance, once I received the chance, I succeeded and solidified our reputation, my company's. During the majority of my company's lifetime, I've been doing interior construction for over 30 years, diversity programs did not exist. I endured many disadvantages, and still do as a woman business owner. But I've succeeded. I am here because I do not want my daughter or the next generation to face the same roadblocks that I have. Being a minority business, I am asking Harris County to invest in a disparity study and to set goals to support minority and women-owned businesses so the playing field is equal. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Ms. Clun. You said you're in construction.
I am.
Have you tried to do business with the county?
I've never been contacted, to be honest. And you know, I'm city certified, sir.
Okay, but you know it is on a bid basis. So purchasing agent. Is
I am a
their name?
subcontractor, and again, I have been in this business for over 30 years. And the prime contractors, which is still 90% male, make fun of these situations. Even with the city, it said, "Oh, all we have to do is prove that we reached out to reach out to minority and women-owned businesses." I have been in the room while these general contractors, prime contractors, have said this.
Okay.
It has to be monitored. It's definitely a program that needs to be closely monitored. But discrimination does still exist, especially in my industry.
Okay.
I'll make it quick. Once again, good morning, Judge and the rest of the commissioners. My name is Lloyd Wright, and I represent the Houston Minority Supplier Development Council. We are one of a national organization, one of 23 affiliates across the country, and we advocate on behalf of minority-owned businesses. Similar to Dean Douglas's point, we're here to advocate on behalf of those businesses throughout the city of Houston. Some of our members have come to us and expressed some concerns regarding contracting opportunities with Harris County. And it's our job as advocates on behalf of those businesses to really identify those opportunities. And so, again, following up with what Dean Douglas was saying, I just wanted to point out some other agencies that do have similar MWBE programs, such as the state of Texas, Bexar County, Travis County, Dallas County, the city of Houston, of course, HISD, Fort Bend, and a few others that we all are familiar with. And so what we would like to see and request from the county is maybe undertaking some type of disparity study to really look at what the discretion is amongst the opportunities for minority and women-owned businesses when it comes to doing contracting opportunities with the county. I think if the county does take the role and even piggyback on the city of Houston's disparity study, which they're currently undertaking right now, that it will provide some data that the county can use and really put together a real formalized program that will enact some contract-specific goals on behalf of minority and women-owned businesses. I want to reiterate that it is a goal and not a quota. It is something that's aspirational, and I think that we can model the program here in Harris County to reflect the diverse base of all of the constituents here. And I think that the disparity study will point to that and also give us some guidelines and rules around that and how to interact and implement that here in Harris County. That's my time. I'll turn it over to the next person.
Thank you, Mr. Wright.
Thank you.
Judge Emmett and Commissioners, I'm here to share our success story as being part of HUB certified and MWBE programs. My business partner and I began Collaborative Engineering Group in 2010 at the depths of the recession. And we are a consulting engineering business. We do mechanical, electrical, and plumbing consulting. And as part of that program, it afforded us opportunities to get contracts through public universities, through the city of Houston, that we wouldn't have normally been able to obtain early on in our existence. A lot of the public universities required 5 years of financials. Well, as a new firm, we didn't have 5 years of financials. And so one of the earliest projects that we teamed up with a much larger engineering firm on was for Prairie View A&M, and they gave us a very small percentage of that because the programs have certain percentages that they have to meet. And so they gave us a piece of the contract. And as we went to interview with Prairie View for that, it became very evident that the much larger engineering firm didn't have the expertise that our 5-person firm had. And so we were able to actually execute a much larger piece of that contract. That was the springboard for us, and that now 8 years later we have over 30 employees. And these programs, as you were reporting, percentage of prime is great that the county is doing that without a formal program. However, one out of maybe 5,000 contracts that the county would award, would we even be able to qualify as a prime 4? So I think that to broaden the opportunities for small businesses, that we need to look deeper. We need to look at what are the options and what are the opportunities available to subcontractors, because we have a great community of experts here within Harris County, and I think we need to tap that. We hope to be able to graduate from the program. We're City of Houston certified. It's a very tough program. It's much tougher to be City of Houston certified than it is to be State of Texas certified. They're worthwhile programs. And again, I want to emphasize that I think we may be missing the boat in not looking deeper and forcing companies to participate in a program that offers a broader participation for MWBEs. If you don't encourage a much larger engineering firm to partner with a smaller firm who happen to be HUB certified or women or minority business certified, they're not going to do that. They have no incentive to include me as part of their team because they get to keep all of the revenue. But yet we've created over 30 jobs in 8 years.
Okay, thank you very much.
Am I allowed to ask a question too, since this was on the agenda?
Yes, it's on the agenda.
Ms. Moss,
Osborne.
Ms. Osborne. Moss is where I got slightly off track. We appointed in Precinct 4 your firm to help us with our Moss Cave in one of our parks last September the 12th. And I'm...
It's on hold.
This thing called Harvey, you were in the works, and one of those odd little things is you actually got on our agenda after the storm, but we began the process before the storm. And I would just like to point out, in the midst of all this, you're a prime. You don't have to worry about all that sub stuff, at least in Precinct 4. So thank you for being here.
Thank you.
One quick question. You've made most of your money doing sub work?
We are 90% of well, actually, it's more like 98% of our work. We function as a subcontractor. There's very few projects that we're actually hired as the prime.
Well, we look forward to going to your graduation. Keep the money coming in. Don't spend it.
Thank you. We look forward to graduating as well.
Good morning or good afternoon, Commissioners and Judge. I am Courtney Johnson Rose, and I serve as Chair of the Board for the Greater Houston Black Chamber of Commerce. I am also a certified minority-owned business and a certified woman-owned business, as well as a certified hub business with the state of Texas, and have been for several years. The Greater Houston Black Chamber has advocated on behalf of Black-owned businesses for over 80 years in our efforts to overcome challenges that minority businesses have, such as less access to startup capital and reserve capital, as well as limited business networks that can reduce their initial opportunities for private sector contracts. As a result, local government contracting opportunities play a very vital role in helping our member businesses and minority businesses overall to establish themselves, grow their networks, and become more competitive in both private and public sectors over time, strengthening and diversifying our local economy and benefiting our communities as a whole. It is our belief at the Chamber that Harris County should develop a sustainable program to increase and maintain small minority and women-owned participation in county procurement and contracting opportunities. Over the years, we at the Greater Houston Black Chamber have seen firsthand the impact MWBE and small business programs have had on minority businesses. Our members have participated in such programs with the Port of Houston, City of Houston, Metro, HISD, Fort Bend ISD, and the state of Texas. We want to see Harris County, one of the most diverse and largest counties in our country, have a program that values the diversity of our great city and our county and provides equal opportunity for minority and women-owned businesses. In closing, access, advocacy, and awareness on behalf of Black businesses, the focus of the Greater Houston Black Chamber, and a Harris County MWBE program would help us accomplish all of these goals on behalf of our members. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Ms. Rose.
Morning, Judge, Commissioners. My name is Ruben Mercado. I'm here representing the National Association of Minority Contractors in the Houston Harris County chapter. We represent over 300 companies that are in the construction business. we do believe and support that there should be a program to increase the minority participation within the county to provide procurement and contracting opportunities that will create capacity. As one of the largest county, I believe, in the state of Texas, we should be taking the lead in this area. I'm also a business owner in the construction industry, focusing on the civil construction. Some of the proposals that we have for you guys here tonight, or this morning, from Houston, NAMAC Houston, support for Harris County to take 3 following steps. 1, to move to approve a disparity study that this will take probably about a year to complete. 2, if warranted by the results of the disparity study, adopt an MWBE program. And last but not least, in the interim, approve the creation of a small business program while the disparity studies are underway. Something like a mentor-protege program. I know that the City of Houston, Metro, and Port of Houston do have a program. It's a mentor-protege program that works with the primes and bringing subs in so they can raise their capacity. It's something that certainly would be prudent for Harris County, I believe, to raise the capacity for our contractors, our subcontractors that we have in the City of Houston. And so far as your purchasing, we welcome the opportunity to bring in the ITBs, invitations to bid. We can pass it out to our members so we can have some more bids to go your way for our minority contractors. And it's each year construction keeps going up and up here in the Houston area. We participate a lot. We participate with the City of Houston, with the Houston Community College, University of Houston, Prairie View A&M, Lone Star College. We want to increase our participation with Harris County as well. I thank you for your time. Have a great day.
Thank you for taking the time.
Okay, my name is James Douglas, and I represent the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People. Thank you, Judge, the Commissioner. I'm here today to speak on an issue that really I hate to admit that I was unaware of until a few days ago. I actually made I don't know whether to say the mistake or not of calling the county, and I asked for some numbers on the MWBE. And I asked, what are the numbers for the county's MWBE? And I was told, we don't have numbers because we don't have an MWBE program. That shocked me because, as I said earlier, I'm with the NAACP. We have, for over 110 years, been involved in trying to create opportunities for African Americans and other minorities.
Judge, Commissioners, good afternoon. My name is Al Maldonado. I'm the local director of the League of United Latin American Citizens, LULAC, the oldest and largest Hispanic civil rights organization in the country. Our district covers approximately 25 counties surrounding Harris County. I'm here in support of my community colleagues in conducting and requesting that the Commissioners Court conduct a disparity study to determine how we can best improve the economic and employment opportunities for Hispanic and minority-owned businesses. I would like to tell a quick story that my retired brothers told me a long time ago when I joined LULAC Council 60. The council was formed in 1934, and one of the first issues it addressed was the lack of Mexican Americans working at the shipyards. It advocated hard to have the ship channel employ these Mexican Americans, and it was very successful. In the 1950s, it appeared before City Council asking the city fathers to have Mexican Americans employed in the Houston the Police Department. They countered that we had to find someone that was 6 feet tall. We recruited someone to that effect, and of course they were able to find someone, and that happened to be the late Constable Raul C. Martinez. We also had to advocate for the first Mexican American to be on the fire department as well. So here we are back in 2018, 60, 70 years later, and here we are appearing before our city government leaders to request some sort of economic and employment parity. So I support our colleagues here, and hopefully that the county can start and initiate a disparity study to see where we can do to improve the employment and economic opportunities for our minorities in general. And if there's anything that we can do on behalf of LULAC, please feel free to give us a call or let us know. We appreciate it. Thank you so much for your support.
Thank you, Mr. Maldonado.
Good afternoon. My name is Chantel McWilliams, and I am representing the Greater Houston Women Chamber of Commerce as a board member and as a female business owner. The Greater Houston Women's Chamber of Commerce is the only women's chamber in the state of Texas, which is amazing. And with that being said, we would like to have more female business owners in our state, and we need the help of the county to do that. I'm going to give you some statistics to show the need for us to do this. Harris County contracts less than 10% of the minority female-owned businesses. Of that, 0.6% are black-owned, 1.5 Latino, 1.3 Asian, and 2.2 white. With those statistics, it's evident to all of us here today that there is a need for Harris County to have a minority business program for women to help increase the amount of women who are getting contracts through the county and the city, and also to enhance women to have a better way of life for themselves and their families. Female-owned businesses range between $60,000 to $100,000 a year, and that's not enough money to really have an effective business, take care of your family, etc. So we really need a program to really concentrate on minority businesses with women who can help enhance business networks and have I'm sorry, I'm so nervous, and have a even playing field for all the women. Thank you.